Well, hi, everybody. My name is Jo. I'm a part of Sanctuary Boston and one of the many affiliated ministers here at Arlington Street. So I love that this is like an overlapping Venn diagram with the place I serve, Theodore Parker Church, also in attendance. So just sharing a little bit about Hanukkah. Tonight's the fourth night. And I was a Jewish studies major in college. And ever since then, I kind of have had to find a new way into Hanukkah every year. That once I learned about its kind of militaristic history and that it was a holiday really about being anti-assimilationist and holding on to traditions in a very particular way, I kind of struggled with it. So par for the course this year, it was something I heard in a UU space that gave me a new approach into my Judaism. Seems about right. It's as I was listening to the song we're going to be doing next, Light One Candle, by Peter, Paul, and Mary, that I found a way in this year, thinking about the line, don't let the light go out. One of the parts of the Hanukkah story has a lot to do with holding on to traditions in a way that works for you, and holding on to traditions from generation to generation, despite anything else that might be going on in the world, despite the threats that might come from what it means to observe those traditions. And with kind of anti-Semitism in America on the rise in the last couple of years, I know I've been thinking about that in a newly refreshed way. I was scrolling through TikTok the other night, and in between funny animal videos, I got one of the poignant ones that kind of made me stop and watch it again. Somebody was holding up his silver menorah, his family heirloom, and he said, "This is the menorah I'm going to be lighting for Hanukkah this year. I light it every year. It's a family heirloom. It was made out of Nazi coins." His parents were, he was maybe in his 60s or 70s, his parents were Holocaust survivors, and after World War II ended, there were some Jewish metalsmiths who took the remaining Nazi coins and hammered them into these intricate, beautiful pieces of Judaica. And it was just stunning. And for him, the intention was turning something that was a symbol of violence and oppression to a symbol of resilience and persistence. And I really am holding on to that. For me, the idea of persistence, it's not just a modern thing, right? We know no matter where your family has come from, it has probably known some things it needed to persist through. It's probably known some traditions that helped it maintain its sense of self, its sense of connection from one generation to another. I think about this song by Peter Yarrow, who turns out when I looked him up online, his family came from a Jewish village in the Ukraine very close to where my family came from. And often when I feel like I want to maintain connection to that piece of my history, I think, well, I need to watch Fiddler on the Roof. That's the way I get it. In fact, Hayward and I are going down to New York next week to see it in Yiddish, and I feel like that's the closest I'm going to get to time travel. But honestly, anytime we do some tradition that has been done by generations before us, I think that's a manner of time travel, backwards and forwards. And I just want to invite us to take maybe a few quiet breaths. Invite us to reflect, whatever traditions you grew up with or that you maybe didn't grow up with but you knew maybe were celebrated way back. Just take a moment. Is there some element of that you want to hold on to this year, that you want to lift up, that connects you, or that you want to learn more about as you go into this next year? We'll just take a few quiet breaths to connect. As we connect with those who came before and build traditions for those who will come after, we celebrate this very moment here together in ritual and in song and in presence. We're going to sing the candle lighting blessings as Sky lights our Hanukkah menorah, our Chanukiah over here. We have them up here in Hebrew. I'll sing them with the traditional melody that I have learned over the years. Traditional doesn't really mean any one thing, so there's a lot of different traditional melodies, but the one I grew up with. You're welcome to join in if you'd like, and then we'll say them together in English afterwards. Baruch atah Adonai Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. As skylights our candles, let's say the English translation together. Blessed are you, source of all. Source of all, who brings our attention to miracles from ages past to this very moment. And let us say Amen. Happy Chanukah and solstice and all the other things.